We are back. Hi, everyone. What's good? Everybody can hear me? We're all good? So. Part 2. Right. Okay, guys. I think last time, maybe some feelings were had, you know? But I'm hoping that we can all, get back on the same page. We can all get back on the same page, and we can get through this together as a team, because that's what we are, right? Now, I know that some people didn't really care for the rules last time. They aren't changing. Hi everybody. What's good? They are not changing. Those rules are going to stay the same, but I think what could be maybe a good exercise. Hi everyone, good to see everybody back. What could be a good exercise is we just have a little review of where we're at, just to acclimatize everybody. Maybe some people were here last time, weren't. See you, Randy. Nice to see you, dude. That's okay. I hope you enjoy Captain America, my guy. It's nice to see you, even if it's even for a second, crew. Anyway, right. What I'm thinking is that we just review where we're at. We all kind of have a quick kind of like, all right, is this what we want? Are we going to move things around? And then we press on. Yeah, we got to sort this mess out. So I'm going to, yeah, funnily enough, I only really, like, the last time that we were on was the first time in ages I had an energy drink, and now I find myself indulging more frequently, and it's not good. They're not good for you guys. Right. So let's have a look where we're at. Okay? This is where we're at. I don't like this list as it is. I don't think anybody does. There are some things that need to change here, I think. But before I give my opinions on it, I welcome other people's perspectives on this. I don't get to vote. I don't get to vote necessarily, because I'm not in the chat, but I'm gonna veto any motion to move the Cursed House arc away from the S rank, because, like, democracy. Well, look, this isn't a democracy, not really. I mean, it's okay. Yeah, okay. That's a good idea, Kel. Let's just aggressively nice. No, please don't. This whole thing falls apart if you're too nice. Do things need to change? Yes and no. I hand it to you, to all of you. Now, don't be afraid to voice your opinions. That's what we're here for, guys. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes and no. Ooh. I expected a more overwhelming yes than that, to be honest. But hey. 50-50. Nope. Come on, guys. Yes, Blissy. Thank you, Blissy. Is the audio cutting out? Yeah, we had a few problems last time with the audio, a few times ago. What about now? Everything good? No good? Audio's no good? Okay. Right. This is more divided. This is more divided than I thought it would be. I thought it would be pretty overwhelmingly yes. Which makes me feel like maybe we should just leave it until the end. You know? Just okay, right. Well, it looks like audio seems to be. I don't know. I wish I had a few more answers, guys. But sometimes the audio just acts up. Might be worth refreshing. Might be worth refreshing. Anybody else who has audio issues, just let me know. I mean, there's not really a massive, you know, I don't really have a solution. I'm not particularly. That's true. That's true, Sarah. Okay, right, okay. Right, it needs to change. Now, I'm just going to put down another poll. You know, this is a very democratic system. I feel like I'm pretty democratic. Right. Have at it. Have at it. Decide. And these are purely advice-driven ones. I take them under recommendation. All right, but if I want to change it, I will. I'm sorry. No worries, Serpo, my dude. Oh, 55 now. Yeah, you know what, Sarah? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I'd vote on it, but I don't want to. I think that it's more just about where we are right now. We can come back, change it as many times as we like. All right. I anticipate it will take forever, but look, I don't have work tomorrow, so I can be here forever if I need to, until this is ironed out perfectly. And if any of you are lacking the will to do that, that ain't on me. That's on you. Right. Okay. We're gonna make changes now. It looks like we're gonna make changes now. You have 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds, and then I'm turning off the poll. Six, 7, 9, 10. Right. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to flash through them, and we're going to decide whether it needs to go up or down or stay where it is. Turbo Granny Arc. My opinion, I think we can leave that where it is for now. With the potential of maybe going up in the future. I don't know. You know? You'll be filled in on the Discord. By the way, anybody who wants to join the Discord, there's a Patreon link in the description. Just follow that. Join as a free member, and you get access to the community Discord. It's really cool over there. Everybody's really nice, and yeah, it's a pretty fantastic place. All things Dandadan, and then some other stuff, some dinosaur talk as well, which is pretty sick. A rank. We're thinking A rank. Okay. Okay. I'm down with that. I was initially on board with A rank last time. No, Stick has a good point. We can move that up, but then you're going to need to move Acro Silky about. And I don't know that Evil Eye Arc, while I love it, I don't know that it's an S rank. So... Dinosaur. That is a dinosaur. Evil Eye is S. I personally think that I think that the Evil Eye arc is a A, in my opinion. Okay. Okay. Right, we're not gonna get anywhere without another poll, so Yeah, she has risen through the ranks quite quickly, hasn't she? Yeah, you know, the problem is with the Acro Silky arc is that people let the anime version of it cloud their judgment. Now, the anime episode is fantastic, and maybe I'm partially to blame by picking the tier list with an image of the anime, but in my opinion, despite the backstory, apart from the backstory, rather, you know, it's not really, I don't think it's really as high. It shouldn't really be as high as all that, in my opinion. Not that it's not great. It's also quite short. Hi, Humberto. Right. Okay. It's a B. It looks amazing. Yeah, it does look amazing in the manga as well. It's just like, comparatively, you know? Like, where does it stand against the rest? I personally think... Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Next, actually. No, you're just on time. You know, I feel like it's been... This is a little smoother, a little nicer than last time. I'm sure we'll get to some arguments later on, especially at the end. But right now, I feel like we're all friends. And that's nice. Doesn't that feel nice? Right, okay. Let's just quickly go over the Acro Silky arc, because I feel like we're romanticizing it. Like I just said, if you remove the anime episode and really just think about the quality of the story arc alone, you know, it's not bad. It's fantastic. It's just like, is it better? Well, is it better than the Serpo arc is the question. I suppose it depends, doesn't it? I mean, the Serpo arc... Aaron, Dan Manra arc's his favourite arc. We will get there, my friend. Thank you for the donation. That's amazing. Thank you. Just fantastic. That is bribery, yes. But bribery works, guys. You know? Like every good governmental system, I'm open for a little bit of bribery, okay? And you can't fault me for that. You know? If anything, I feel like as the most moral person in this equation, which, you know, obviously I am, because I have the microphone. As the most moral person in this equation... I say it's not bribery. It's a donation. It's a political donation. That is, you know what, Charlie? Actually, that's a really strong argument. God, that is actually a really strong argument. Is that it really does iron out how we view the yokai. No, that's a good point. Thank you, Orbis. He's so loyal. This is why he's gonna hit the Turbo Granny arc first, everybody. Right? The rank, rather, the Turbo Granny rank. He's gonna hit it first because of this degree of loyalty. And flattery will get you everywhere, guys. At least with me. Right. Okay. We're gonna need to vote. We're gonna need to vote. We're gonna need to vote. Okay. Blissy's right as well. There we go. Exactly. No, he's right, Aaron. That's a really good point. You're lobbying. That's all. He bought a little bit more visibility. That's all. That's a good point as well, Stick. Is it better than the backstory of the Acro Silky? It makes the process smooth. It's just about greasing the cogs of democracy, right? It's not about upsetting democracy. It just helps me to facilitate its movement. That's all. That's all. You know? So don't stress. Don't even look at it, really. Don't even look at the donation. I wouldn't even think about the donation. It's silly. Don't even think about it. Let me think about that. Don't you think about that. Let me think about that. See, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, Blissy. If the anime didn't... It's still wonderful. It's still wonderful. The backstory is so good. But in the manga, the whole story, like what it contributes to the story, it doesn't actually... It's kind of like almost like its own short story in a way. Like an independent thing. Whereas the stuff with the Serpo arc, you know, like... Oh, that is a hot take, Stick. That is a really hot take. But you know what, actually? A good argument, actually. You might be right. You might be right, actually, Stick. We're gonna get to that in a minute, but okay, right. Now we're in a pickle. Now we're in a pickle. Maybe we will rank the episodes before the next season comes out, Aaron, because this is very fun. I'm enjoying myself. I kind of just... This must be what like a king feels like, right? I said the quiet part out loud. Oh, Nachan. No. Put more into D than necessary. A pickle, yes. Yes. No, the power is firmly in my head. Yes, absolutely. Don't bonk me, please. Please. I beg of thee. Right, okay. The Serpo arc needs to move. You can see it as well as I can. The Serpo arc needs to move. Yes. Yeah, you have. It's terrible, really. It's actually quite bad because the second that, like... I wish that I could, like just, you know, like, if we could swap positions, you'd get it. You'd get it, because I get to move the things around, and I can put them where I want. And you can't stop me. Nobody can. Literally, like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, but I could. C tier. Right. Well, this is a pickle. Where I suppose the question is, what's better, the Serpo arc, the Turbo Granny arc, or the Acro Silky arc? We're thinking C tier for Serpo arc. Yeah, I know. What a heel turn. Look. I think that the fight... Well, actually, now I think about it. I don't know. I don't know what... Hey! Another Kinter! Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Welcome aboard. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad to see you on this side. Thank you. Everybody who has a Kinter logo and everybody who doesn't, thank you so much for being here, being involved. Thank you. It means a lot. Yeah, that's all I'll say, because I, go on about it every time that one of you joins. But yes, it does mean a lot. So thank you. I appreciate you guys giving me the space to be a bit strange. The Serpo arc. Yeah, I think it does include GG's introduction. Look, here's the thing. The cow getting abducted in the Serpo arc pushes it to a B tier for me, at least. Nothing like I really like the Acro Silky backstory. I do. I think it's great. But is it better than the cow abduction? Is it better than the stuff between Momo and Okurun in that sec? It just isn't. I'm sorry. I just don't buy it. I'm sorry. And I don't know if this is something that I should let you guys figure out yourself. Figure out that I'm correct about, or whether or not I should just veto it and make the decision. Yes, I love the cow abduction scene. It's my background on my computer. So I'm kind of like, you know. Oh, thank you, Danny. That's very nice. I appreciate that. You know, again, I like just to kind of like make it incredibly clear, everybody. Always going to be optional. The exclusively anything paid is completely optional every time, but it is so appreciated. Thank you. It means so much. Like, you can't imagine it. You can't imagine it, like how surreal it is to have anybody pay for anything towards the channel. It means a lot, so thank you. Aaron, just every time. Okurun's, no, I don't know where Okurun's parents are, dog. I'm sure that it's going to be a thing eventually. And maybe we'll come back and when the next arc is done, we're going to need to figure out where that goes in this, because this is going to be constantly updating forever. You know? And when we get to the next dinner scene, we're going to have to figure it out for the next thing as well. So guys, I'm not really even sure how to. Right. Okay. We are going to need to move one of these. We're going to need to move one of these. I'm thinking it's probably going to be the Serpo arc. No, yeah, I hate. Right, you know what? One of them is going down. That's the truth of it. Have at it. Have at it, you crazy kids. Oh. Oh. Ooh. It's close. It's close, guys. Almost 50%. Whew. Oof. I'm telling you. That'd be very sad if he was a foster kid. Because he's I guess it would make sense, wouldn't it? Because he's so like into the idea of having friends or a family, right? It would. No, come on, not the Serpo arc. The cow abduction scene, people. Come on. This is disturbing. This is disturbing. I'm disturbed. I didn't expect this. This isn't democracy. Whoa. Right, so the Serpo arc is going to C tier, is what I'm seeing. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? You know, I'm disappointed in all of you right now. I abandoned democracy. I might. Can I do it? I gave you a vote. Okay. You guys have made your opinions clear. I just don't respect them or agree with them. Democracy's fine when I win. This is just unacceptable. How could I not have the majority vote here? Come on, guys. Yes. Abandon democracy. It's as quick as that. It's as quick as that. I'm fine with everybody having their vote and ideas and stuff until it doesn't align immediately with what I want it to be. So, the people have spoken. No, we'll go back to voting. Just maybe not in this instance. See? See, this is what I mean, though. This is what I mean. Like, you know, we'll go back to democracy, guys. We'll go back to voting. We'll go back to voting straight after. I have no problem with that. And I appreciate all of you. You know? I'm very proud of you for making your, the context of this is, do we abandon the democratic system in favor of a dictatorial alternative, coming from myself in this instance? And then we'll go straight back. Then we'll go straight back to democracy straight after. You know, but it's really as easy as that, guys. I mean, I'm using democracy as a tool to undo the democratic system. Oh, yeah, you could. No, I don't need that out on the internet. To be honest, this is probably going to be just as damaging for my personal brand. But let's just hey, we're all friends here. Charlie, when you put it that way, that is actually, yes, that's accurate. Okay, right. Well, you know. Oh. Look, guys. I personally think that, sorry, I'm trying to spin this. I personally think that I'm going to just change this now, but at the end, we will come back, and if you all still think that the Acro Silky and Serpo arc should flip, then I'll flip it. No problem. Right? It's just, I think you will see things my way by the end. So I'm just gonna pop that down there. Crazy times. Anyway, just trust me on this. Look, it's fine. He's right. You guys voted to abandon democracy, actually. You guys voted for this. The Discord is going to be a nightmare. By the way, everybody, if you want to join the Discord, it's really great over there. Patreon link in the description. It's free. Oh my god, are we an hour in? We're an hour in already. Oh no, Sarah, that's a good point. Anyway, it's free to join the Discord. Just follow the Patreon link. Join as a free member. You can find the link there to anybody who's not there. Okay. Right. Now that we've ironed that out, no, 20 minutes. Yes, we started at 1/2 past. That scared me because I felt like time just disappeared in front of me. Right. So, the Cursed House arc is not moving. Okay? Like, I'm pretty sure we're all clear about that. Well, maybe we could do a weekend. I did a weekend stream a couple of weeks ago, which was really fun. But I'm intending tomorrow all the way through to Monday to just triple down on getting the next video sorted, guys. Yeah, which I've recorded a good half of now. So, yeah, proper production starts tomorrow. Right. Right. So, Sarah is right. I'm inclined to agree. Charlie, you are completely correct. The Cursed House arc, we're not even having a vote on that. It's going to just stay there. It's not even a discussion. You know? Like... So, Evil Eye arc. Now, here's the thing. I absolutely love that arc. It's brilliant. It's almost perfect. But the question is there an arc that's better than that? Aaron, thank you again. Thank you again. Look, bribery works, my friend. You will absolutely... We'll all... Look, this is going really well. I can only imagine that it's going to get even more stressful and more hectic, but I like how we're doing this. I would be more than happy to do an episode ranking episode. Yeah, you know? It's always good to have some good content in the back pocket. But I don't see any reason that we can't do that in the future. You know? But... Evil Eye arc. Now, I'm going to put down a vote. Know that it is not, and we've proven in the previous thing, know that it is not legally binding. Okay? This is, as a British person, I can tell you for a fact that I know a thing or two about referendums. Okay? So I'm just going to slap this down. Evil Eye arc. Here you go, kids. Have at it. Oh. Oh yeah, that'll do it. London. Come on, guys. Oh, look at you fighting. Fighting in those polls. Oh dear, oh dear. I think I'm inclined to agree with someone selected B. Somebody selected B. I don't know who it is, but... Absolutely not. There is no vote to be had for the Cursed House arc. I'm vetoing it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Humberto. I really am, but there is there's not a question for me. Cursed House arc is peak. Aaron, that's twisted. That is twisted. I can't actually put D there. I can only put 4 down per. Like, per poll. God. Look how divided we've become. Look how divided we've become. Oh dear. I think that they think that you picked C, but you didn't. You voted B. You twisted. You're twisted. We've already got enough in the B section. Nobody's voted C, guys. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Look, guys. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're all friends here. We're all friends here. Let's all just take a deep breath. Okay. Umberto. Right. I got you, dude. Umberto. He's lying. He's lying. There is no cheese taco. There is no taco. Respectable. I respect your opinion. Look, it's going to A. We're done. We're done here, guys. You are tearing me apart, Lisa. A room reference. Oh, dear. That's okay. No one voted C. Damn. Marvel Rivals, calm down. Jeez. See that? Jesus. You see that? My God. Oh, hi, doggy. Serpo. You can't. You can't facilitate bribes from other people. Right, the bribery thing, right? Let's just get that does get you extra visibility, and that may sway my opinion because I get extra time to see your comment, but I have some integrity, all right? I know what's best for us all. A poll on how many people surely I feel like that's baked into the architecture of the internet by now, right? Like the room. Right? That's what we need, a screening. Actually, you can't, but it'd be nice to have a screening of the room. You know, perfect for a Dandadan community. No, Aaron. You save those for you. You don't listen to these guys. Don't bribe on other people's behalf, my friend. You know, you gotta think about you and you first, Aaron. Always think about what's best for you, my friend. Okay? And you know, that's what I'm securing the bag here for me by moving stuff around where I need to. Absolutely not. None of this counts as bribery. Guys, bribery, honestly, bribery is only going to get you more visibility. Only going to get you more visibility. If in that visibility you make a really good point, a really good argument, then maybe it sways my opinion, right? But that doesn't mean that it's bribery. I don't think. It's morally confusing. It's a grey area. Yes, right. Kaiju arc. Okay, this is where we're at now. I'm happy with this. Now, Kaiju arc is where we're at. That's great. I went to a screening for The Room once, nearby, and they did a call-in with what's his name? Who's Johnny's best friend? Is it Mark? Mark? Yeah, they did a call-in with the guy who plays Mark. I spoke to him on the phone, and I remember asking him whether or not there was ever a plan for like a Room sequel, and he started telling me this story. Well, all of us a story essentially about how he was going to do a thing where like he actually survived killing himself at the end. Spoiler alert. And he's like, he comes back as a vampire or something like that. I don't remember. Odd. Very odd. Right, okay. Nobody's in agreement. Lobbying. Quite right. Now that she politics. Realpolitik. We threw the spoons. Of course we threw the spoons. Ah, yes. The spoons, yes. And every time that Mark would cheat on, that Lisa would cheat on Johnny with Mark, everybody would just scream, but he's your best friend. Johnny's your best friend. Yeah, that'll do it, Orbis, my dude. I know that you wrote a book. I think that is The Disaster Artist, isn't it? I never read it. I know that they did a film as well, but I never watched that either. Right, okay. Right. Oof. Thank you, Sarah. That's actually very useful. Let's have a look where chapter 73 leaves us. Is that exactly where... Oh, chapter 73 itself is very good. Oh, actually... No, I'm on board with C. I'm on board with C for this. The takoyaki bit is I can't not. Like there's some like just amazing panels in there. That pushes it to a C for me. I don't know that anything necessarily outperforms that. Like the bit where Momo's really jealous is just top tier stuff. That's like top tier for me. It's the dinner scene, Charlie. Welcome back, Big Pickle, my dude. Yeah, no. And the introduction of the king himself. Now, I'm going to put a vote down, and I am going to go with what you guys want for this, but I don't think it's a D rank. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it's a D rank. I think this is our C. This is our C rank. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good point. That's a good point. But the scene where they're eating takoyaki for me is absolutely just fantastic. So for that is what if that wasn't in it, if that wasn't in that chapter, like this arc, if that chapter wasn't in this arc, then I would want to put this to D, personally. But I'm personally on team C here, if I'm going to be honest. You know? I'm just going over the panels now. It's really nice. It's cute. It's very cute. To be fair, this is not a good... I suppose the one argument is that I don't really care that much for the robot stuff in this, if I'm going to be completely honest. It's everything after the fight that pushes this for me. Like, if the Momo and Okarun stuff was not in this, then it would be a definitive D for me. But that is the stuff that really pushes it forward. And that is the problem as well, is that it is really connected with the Space Globalists completely. But let's see, I am absolutely not naming it C minus. You're just gonna have to pull it together. All right, like you're all gonna have to just be okay with the D rank. Something's gonna be the D rank. It's gonna be probably the ombudsman. That is a good bit, Sarah. The art is really nice. It's just, you know what it is, and I hate to be that guy. At least at this point, I don't remember who said earlier the thing about it's not being a very good introduction for Kinta. But I think that is the problem with it, is that Kinta at this point has just been kind of introduced, and he's kind of annoying at this point. And now I'm supposed to care about him piloting a mech. I just don't. You know, that's a good point as well. The art being excellent is pretty much a given, because the ombudsman arc that has some incredible art as well. Yeah. I've got to. I appreciate what you're saying, Charlie, but I've got to rinse as much time out of each of these as possible. You know, how else am I supposed to leave open the door for a part 3? Right. Okay. I think it's pretty clear it's going in the C rank. Kaiju arc, rank C. Okay. Okay. Look at this. Very democratic. This is a very tight. I like this. I like what I'm looking at here, rank wise. Don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling confident about this. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Right? I think we're in a good spot. Right, guys? How are we all feeling? Before we move on to the next bit, how are we all feeling? We're all feeling right about this? Good? Upset? True, Umberto. You know, Stick, maybe you're right. It's got the Raiko Kashima. It's got, obviously, the arc itself. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what this is, Blissy. This is a vibe check. I just want to check everybody's vibes right now. You know? That's 5 hours. Whew. That's no time at all. I vetoed like 3 votes. Yeah, look. You know? Oh, Tim, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I'm sorry that you don't feel well, my guy. Look at everybody's like, right. Umberto. Yeah, I did veto. Okay, right. Let's talk about the vetoing thing. Okay, guys? Look. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You know what it was? It's kind of like I'm sat in the, I'm not sat in, you guys are in the driver's seat. Okay? I'm sat next to you, and I've got the aux cable, I'm controlling the music, right? And I'm just kind of like changing through songs, stuff like that, you know, DJing. And you guys start to kind of lose focus at the wheel. And we start spiraling and going left and right, and it's dangerous. And not even just out of self-preservation, but I want to look after you guys. So, yes, I reach over, grab the wheel, and you know, try to help us not crash, and that's what I'm doing. Does that make sense? You know? Now, I'm going to give you the wheel back, obviously. I mean, look what we just did there. That was democratic. You got the wheel back. So, you know? If anything, I'm surprised that nobody's thanked me. You know, because I feel like we'd probably still be there by now. We'd still be there right now if I didn't grab the wheel. It's nice to see that you're still awake. That's nice as well, Wolf. Because that's actually quite a nice metaphor too, because it implies a degree of implicit trust. You know? And I like to think that that's the case. Please don't crash the car. Don't crash the car. Don't crash the car. We need this car. It's the only way that we get to the next chapter. Oh, Tim, you don't have to... Tim, thank you. That's incredible. Every single time. Every single time. I hope that you feel better, dude. Tim is absolutely like a incredible member of the community. And he's also on the top tier membership. So Tim Kai, thank you. Absolutely incredible guy. And I'm sorry that you're not well. I'd transfer my health onto you if I could, but I can't. I don't know. I mean, everybody's got green next to the name, more or less. Incredible. Right. So, let's just make a quick no, because look, I feel like we're getting too hung up on the metaphor here. Look at that. Look, everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. You're all fine. Look at you, all of you fine. Someone's no. Is that Tim because he's not well? Oh, we've got a mad no. Rutro. Rutro. Tangents. This is, yeah, you're right. We're actually being, this is quite a rather polite kind of riot. Like, we're not smashing things, you know, we're gently tapping them. No, we have, you're not getting a burger from McDonald's. We have burgers at home. We have McDonald's at home, guys. Yeah, I know. I mean, the problem is with the 18% that we're looking at is that democracy has just kind of said that we're fine, like the majority rules, so everybody's fine. I'm just going to end that poll now. Everybody's fine, because most of us are fine. So, no, you're not going to McDonald's. None of you are going to McDonald's. It's too late. It's too late. You're fine. The poll says you're fine. The poll says you're fine, so you can't change your vote. Can't change your vote. Right. Okay, guys. Now that we've done our vibe check and everybody's fine, what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the Space Globalist arc. Now, I personally think that's a D tier. I'm going to put it in D tier. No, I'm joking. I'm obviously not. Calm down. Alright? You. I'm talking about you. The one who's just smashed the keyboard when I said that. I'm not. I was joking. Alright? It was a prank. It was just a little bit of a Dandadan prank. Okay? Thank you, Orbis. He's very loyal. He's very loyal. It's just a joke. It's just a joke, guys. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. It's fine. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Wait, okay. We're just gonna stop. Okay. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Okay. Easy as that. Don't you feel better? You can do another one if you like. Okay. And now what we're gonna do. Don't make me change it to a Z tier. And then I'll say that you voted for it. So, Space Globalist arc. What is in that arc, guys? It's a huge arc. So, Vamola and Momo going to school together. Okay, right. Right, okay. So, who do we need to question this, or do we just stick it into the S tier? Because I think it's S tier, but I feel like maybe I disproportionately like the Danmanra arc. I feel like maybe I disproportionately like the Danmanra arc compared to other people, because I think it's got kind of everything that is perfect about Dandadan in it. No question, S tier. See, I kind of... Wait, Aaron, you're talking about the Danmanra arc being A tier. Right, okay. See, this is kind of where I'm at. Blissy. Well, yeah, no, you're right. That is a good... That is a... I feel like I'm maybe outvoted here. I feel like I'm outvoted. Okay. No, look, hey, I'm not saying that the Space Globalist isn't an S tier. I'm just starting a conversation about it. I just want us to make sure that we're all on the same page about what everything entails here. I just want to make sure that we're all, you know, like that we're discussing. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Blissy. That is incredibly generous. Thank you. Everybody who donates, thank you so much. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible, guys. I hope that I'm not annoying anybody too much with this. I am intentionally being a little bit abrasive, because I like to create the friction in the chat there. But yes, thank you all for taking part. Wolf, put it in S. See, I don't want you to think that you've just bribed me, right? But I am going to do that, just because it looks like everybody thinks it's S. You know what? Actually, we're gonna have a vote. All right. I'm gonna split the vote. You see. Which one? Which S rank? You want it to be S rank, but which one? Oh, you're all going for the same one. Damn. Rats. Didn't expect that. I thought I could split the vote a little, turn you against each other, but I appreciate your lobbying, Blissy. You know, everybody who lobbies in this chat has everybody has a seat at the table. It's just that if you lobby in the chat, maybe your seat has like reclining functions, you know? Maybe there's an extra pillow there just to You know? It's just a more comfortable seat at the table. Everybody gets the same seat at the table, space-wise, but maybe your seat's just a little more comfortable. Okay. Alright. Alright, have it your way. Have it your way. For the record, I think I do agree that it belongs in S tier. Just so that we all know. Because also the dinner scene is pretty excellent. Like, it's pretty much excellent. Like, it is. The Space Globalist arc is pretty perfect in reality. I felt like I'd be able to drive a little bit more division between all of you, though, so I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. There we go. There we go. Look at us. No, you're right. You're right. No, we cannot re-vote on the Cursed House arc. What on earth? Right. Okay, again, this is a purely advisory thing. This is not... Right, it's in S rank, yeah. This is purely as a advisory thing. Again, we are not going to re-vote on the Cursed House arc. It is not happening, right? Democracy is out of the window. This is managed democracy, all right? And I'm the manager of it. Now, you can have democratic... Like, this is advisory. You are not voting yes. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. You are not voting yes. Don't you dare vote yes. Don't you dare vote yes. Why is this 50-50? Like... What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? I think you just want to see if I'll fold. I think that's what it is. I know Dan Manra has the confession. And it's a good confession. It's great, but... oh, the wrong S rank. At least I got someone. I thought I was being really... It is not 50-50. No, why are you doing this? I stated it in the video. I stated it in the video. No, Momokurun started in the Cursed House arc. He realized... That was like the trajectory point. That was the point where they fired off in the right direction. If it wasn't for that, moment, Oakrune overcoming his jealousy, there's so many personal struggles that they overcome. And I love the Dan Mamarok. I think it's great. But don't forget, there is that bit where they do like the total wipeout kind of game thing with the... Where they're trying to like navigate the weird game show type thing, you know, where Zuma and Momo are like jumping over the Candy Kingdom stuff. Like, that was odd. I dragged out like over 3 chapters, so I'll let this poll run for a little longer. You know, I'll let the poll run for a little bit longer, guys, but it's no regardless. I did make the rules, Umberto. But if here's the thing, right? Here's my reasoning. Oh yeah, play with your cat, my dude. It makes me happy to know that you're doing that. So thank you from all of us. Thank you for doing that. Okay, look. Here's... But this is the problem, Stick. You people aren't listening to me, right? If I had made it so that 3 could go in the S rank tier, alright, that means there wouldn't be a D rank tier. And if there isn't a D rank tier, then the whole thing falls apart because the tension disappears. And then suddenly everybody can basically get kind of like, ooh, there's no tension, there's no argument, and I want you guys to fight. I'm sorry, I want a little bit of it, a little bit of tension being built up here. It makes for a better story. It makes for a better story. I mean, look at this. I know, Serpo. All right, things are heating up now, right? Yeah, Tim, you're quite right, my friend. I know none of these are. All of these arcs are S tier anyway. You know? Welcome, Gamer Fishy. I also love the... Jarrett, hello, welcome. Hi, everybody. I made the C tier, D tier. That's twisted. Now, that is twisted. You see, you think I'm bad, but that is worse. That is really worse than what I'm doing. You know? That is true as well, Sarah. No, Sarah's right. She was daydreaming about Okurun in the Ombudsman arc. And you're all going to shove that to a D tier. You go on about your Momokurun and how much you love your Momokurun, but there's a lot of stuff. That bit where they're fixing up the shed out back, and then she grabs him by the cheeks, right? By his face cheeks. His face cheeks. That's in the Ombudsman arc. Is that D tier to you? Is that D tier material? Is it? I agree, Stick. It is overhated. I personally would... I'd probably swap the Ombudsman with maybe the Kaiju or the Acro Silky. There, I said it. No, I said which cheeks. I said which cheeks is these ones. Yeah. So, is that D tier material? I don't think it is. When Okurun looks her in the eyes, is that D tier material? Doesn't feel like D tier material. But hey, that's just one guy's opinion. I'm not vetoing nothing. No, I'm not vetoing it. I'm not vetoing it. I'm just highlighting a couple of things that are that I think maybe make it less conclusive. Oof. Ooh, D tier. I'm not moving anything. I'm not moving anything. I'm just giving you my opinion, guys. I'm just giving you my opinions. Okay, Umberto. I'm sorry that democracy didn't work for you, my dude. See, Charlie, I like that you've got an open mind, my friend. I like that you've got an open mind. Because, look, hey, all... They're turning against me! No! Guys, we're on the same side. Let's just walk it back. Let's walk it back. What has happened to our community, our humble community? Alright, Iron. Catch you on the flip, my dude. Stick, this is the thing, man. This is the thing. Acro Silky, if we're talking about... I'm not power abuser, please. Acro Silky. I can just see Aaron's message in blue. Power abuser. That is very funny. I'm going to give it a little that can stick around for a bit. Okay. There is no S plus tier. Right. Okay. I'm going to make this very clear. I am not changing the rankings. These are what they're going to S through D, guys. You know, that's it. It's not changing. You can lobby it if you like. You can change. You can ask for it as much as you like, but it's not changing. All right. Now we're gonna make do with what we've got, and we're gonna do it as a team. We're gonna do it together as friends. Okay. Now here's the thing. Betrayed. Here's the thing, guys. If we're I really, I feel like if you go back, I do agree with Sarah here, right? If you go back and you reread the Ombudsman arc, the stuff with Rin is actually quite nice, right? I don't really like Mai that much, right? I'm gonna be honest with you, but the resolution to that is very nice. Is it as good as Acro Silky? No, that is not. They're both very good, but it's not as good, right? But the stuff around it is more personal between Momo and Okurun. If that is how we're judging it, then the Acro Silky stuff is. Yeah, maybe Kaiju arc is a D instead. Maybe Kaiju arc is the one that should be a D rank. Is that what I think? Is that what I think? I actually think that the Kaiju arc is D rank. No, I think that the Kaiju arc is a D rank. Acro Silky C, Ombudsman C, and then... Hey, look, guys. Well, yeah, but it's still listed as an arc. At least in as far as all the community circles are concerned. It's the Kaiju arc, right? Yeah, Charlie, I didn't think I'd be here either, but that's what I'm on. Right, okay. Alright, I'm trying to think of how the poll is going to look for this, because I can only ask a question. Right. Right, guys. Now, I'm going to ask this question. I'm asking you, pick the one that you think should go into the D rank. Okay? The one that should go in D rank. The Danmamra arc. I think the Danmamra arc is fantastic. I think it really is just brilliant. I think it's weaker. I don't even like to say weaker necessarily. The themes in the Danmamra arc are the most consistent across all of Dandadan, in my opinion. Right? Like, every arc has a focal kind of theme, I feel, and sometimes they're clearer than others. Or sometimes it's a multitude of themes, and it dips in and out of different ones. But I think the Danmamra arcs so... And I haven't started writing like the video or anything for it, and that's how I tend to get my thoughts out and put them together. But the Danmamra arc, I feel, is so tied up. It's almost like an antidote in a lot of ways to a lot of the themes of like the yokai, right? Like the evil eye and Acro Silky, that it's such negative things that force people to linger in the world, right? And Raiko Kashima, it's all about loss. It's all about things cut too short. And there is that element of the Brella Boy's love was cut short. But it's not, he isn't driven by loss or by these really negative emotions. They're not the things that keep people pinned to the world, right? When something awful happens and someone dies before they've managed to complete a certain thing, time kind of wears them down, right? Like a river on the side of a rock face. It just breaks it down over time. And all that's left is a feeling of resentment or a feeling of loss or negativity. But it feels like in the Danmanra arc, Zuma's brother, Futa, it's that feeling, it's the feeling of love that keeps him there, which is a complete opposite of what keeps all the other yokai pinned to the world. But that sense, that concept of unconditional love and doing things that acting out of love and not against hate, you can see that with the primary villain, right? He tries to stir up hatred within people to turn them against each other, but the way to get through that, and the way that Unji Zuma gets through that, is by appealing to the love that he feels, the universal love that he feels for his mother, who he's got very complicated feelings about because of the fact that, well, and that ties up so nicely with Momo and Okurun, because for them, that's what they get out of this. It's the expression, the clear expression of love, and that's what pushes. It's what pushes Unji Zuma to. It's what pushes Unji Zuma to get through that feeling of hatred and overcome it, and it's what pushes Okurun to go past his own physical limitations and to go all out for a third time, because he needs to, because that little thing that just pushes them over the edge to victory is love, right? And from my, again, it's not, I'm not putting it eloquently because I'm stumbling a little, but for me, the Danmanra arc's theme is so closely and wonderfully tied into the writing that it's hard not to feel incredibly tied to it. Out of all these arcs, maybe except for the Acro Silky stuff in the anime that made me cry like a little baby. But reading the Brella Boy stuff, and I don't know if it's just because I'm a brother and I'm not a mother, but obviously, but that gets to me. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I didn't realize that no one was chatting. Sometimes I just, you know what I mean? Yeah. I really like that element of that arc. But the Candyland stuff is what pushes it down a bit, right? Is that it gets into like kind of like board gamey stuff, and that's fun, but it's maybe a little generic, right? It's the latter half of it. The latter half of it really is just like really good, right? Well, I'm glad that made sense for everybody. I like it a lot. The Danmanra arc is I personally look. There's my yokai video covers the Brella Boy stuff, and that stuff, like out of all my videos, that section, the Brella Boy section of the of that yokai video is one of my favorites, just because of how it basically covers what I just said, but more eloquently. It's incredibly powerful. But we are going to vote here. So, right. That was a tangent. That was a big tangent. Kaiju arc is going to D. Ombudsman C. That was a big tangent. That was a very big tangent. I'm a little self-conscious about that tangent, actually. I'm shocked that you people listen. I'm shocked that you people come here and listen to this. Yeah. I really like doing these. Like, I'm really, really, really excited to get this next video out. But I really do like doing these streams with everybody. It's very, yeah. It's gratifying. Yeah. Thank you, Danny. I didn't necessarily. I'm a bit verbose. In reality, I try to be more concise here, because I'm conscious that people are watching and listening, and sometimes only listening. But in reality, if you knew me in reality, I'm very verbose. I will go on and on and on and on and on. So. Yeah, that was a little bit of it. Right. Guys, here we are. The Danmanra arc. Okay? Now then. We are going to... Well, there's only one more place for it. What do we think? What do we think? There is no S+. There never will be an S+. There will never be an S+. And then it's not happening. In the future, we could maybe do a poll, like a ranking of the dinner scenes in the future, Tim. So, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. That is the main reason. You're right. Yeah, it's just like, you know, the difference between scripted material, and just kind of off the cuff. Is quite a big difference, at least when you're saying it, because you feel like you're tripping over yourself. When you've written it, you're just like, I know every sentence is going to at least add towards something. So when I'm just doing it off the cuff, it can be messier. But I'm glad that not everybody feels, you know, what, I don't know, whatever. Right, okay. So Aaron, okay. Right, okay. We've got a little bit of tension. Okay, we've got a little bit of tension. So we are still hung up on the Serpo and Silky thing. Are we? Right. See, I thought that we'd see things my way, but it looks like we are still on that. Right. How to do this? How to do this? I feel like if we just vote again, with all we've done is just like, you know. Tim, I hear you, my dude. Tim, I do hear you, my guy. It's just the only problem is I love the Turbo Granny arc. I do. Is it better than the Evil Eye or Danmanra arc? No. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Is it? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. God. Oh, man. I don't even know what to think anymore. Now I'm confused. Because I don't know. Are interchangeable. Interchangeable. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Orbis. I agree with Orbis. I think that the... Yeah. the purity of that for me, the purity of the life affirmation, like you said, is just too, it's too important, it's too incredible. Like everybody can change, you know, and all you need, and most of the time when people are in that dark place, especially in youths, is because it comes from these very negative feelings, like the world has disallowed them from being a better person, you know. The Danmamra arc, I think, has like I said, theme wise is so excellent. It's just there is a lot of bloat in there. That is fun, and it'll be great when it's animated. It's just it doesn't have the same weight to it, you know. Although I do like that Momo wears trousers over her skirt. That's quite funny, because it's all like puffed out in the middle, in the midsection. That's very funny. I like that. But that's kind of the main thing in that section for me. Aaron, come on. Guys. Look. Now we're just tweaking. Now, Aaron, I see you. I hear you, and I respect you, my friend. I do. There's not going to be an S+. There's not going to be an S+ tier. These are the tiers that are there. Now, I personally am... Well, okay, right. You know what's happening? You know what's happening here? We're doing, like, a bunch of different discussions at once. You know? Well, there you go. There you go. That's... I'm glad... That's great insight, Sarah. Thank you. It's such a ridiculous thing, though, isn't it? Like, wearing the... over the skirt. It's so silly. Guys, don't have a money fight. Guys, don't money fight in the chat, please. I can't take that. My heart can't take such a thing. Come on. No, there's not a money fight. Oh dear. God. Sorry. It's just it's just the a money witness. I've never seen a money fight in real life. You know, oh, we can't. I don't want to even talk about the fact that it's completely different currencies. Like, I don't even know who's winning. You have to check what the actual conversion rate is. $40K. Oh my god, he plays Warhammer. No, don't. Well, that's very diplomatic, John. That's very diplomatic, John, my friend. I've had fun. I've had fun. Yes, that's true. I do like the big chat function. It's like it's so disruptive. Like everything will just be scrolling. Everything will just be scrolling, and then boom, big chat. And it's like, oh my lord. And because I've got dark mode on everything, the blue really stands out. It's like it like burns my eyes a little. No. Guys. We good. Okay. Now, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Nobody, do anything. No, guys. It doesn't matter who's paying what for anything. I like really. It's all just good. It's all just good fun here, okay, guys? I respect your opinion, Aaron. Aaron, I respect the... I can't swear because then I'll get in trouble, but, like, I respect your opinion, my friend. And I do think that there's... I don't want to say everybody should do their own because it feels like a cop-out, but I like that we all have different opinions about things. I think that's excellent. That said, I'm never shifting on the Cursed House arc. I'm never shifting on pure beef, actually, Aaron. 10 gallon. Guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go bit by bit, discussion by discussion, and we're going to iron it out as a team, right? So let's start with the one that's been lingering over us for the longest, okay? Serpo arc, Acro Silky. Right? What's the what we thinking? Okay? Which one's going to be C and which one's going to be B? Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have it's never done. This is never going to be done. I'm sorry. Right? Okay? It's midnight where I am. Okay? But I'm not working tomorrow. So we're getting this done here and now. Okay? Right? We're all Kinters here. Okay. Right, we've got two complete literal flipped opinions there. Yes. See I Oh no. Everybody disagrees. Okay, right. So, what we need to do here... No, that's it. Let's just try to... Let's all just get our opinions out there, right? Okay? But remember... Tim. You're making him sicker. You're making him sicker. Right, no, guys. This is important. Alright. Guys. I'm losing you, aren't I? This is a manga discussion for the most part. Right? Now, that doesn't mean that the anime has no weight around these parts. It does. But if we're talking about the anime, I would put the Acro Silky arc ahead of the Serpo arc, right? Okay, I'm gonna. That's what I would do. However, in the manga, it scrapes past, but the cow abduction, the Momokurun stuff, you know, like. What else is there to say? I mean, we can't even judge the anime, really, because most of these arcs are exclusively manga bound. So it wouldn't be fair, because honestly, like, at that point, you might as well put the Acro Silky arc way up at the top, because as far as I'm concerned, that's the best stuff from the anime. But I don't think that's fair. Yeah, the movies, though. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I am not way too hung up about it. It is so cool. Have you seen it? Have you seen it, though? Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. I'm sorry, Tim. I'm sorry that you don't feel well. This is probably not helping. We will definitely do a character tier list. This is a warm up for that. I don't even want to imagine what that's going to look like. Right? Look at that. That's the Millennium Falcon. That's the Millennium Falcon right there. Look at that. It's perfect. Look at that. Too hung up on it. Look at it. It's amazing. It's beautiful. That's one of the top panels. And then, and quite right, there's all the intimacy between Momo and Okurun. There's Momo's wearing Ida wears that headband, the victory headband. You know, that's the Millennium Falcon. Look at it. Yep. I didn't think that this would have much sway over everybody's opinions, but I feel like it might have actually changed some minds. So, what I'm going to do here... Well, I feel like it's not fair, necessarily, to put it back to a vote, because some people have left us. I feel like their vote should have counted. Roman Tongsword. He's quite right. I feel like I'm going to have a riot on my hands, though, if I don't poll it. No, but, Charlie, this is what I'm saying. If I re-vote, if I put it back to voting again, then some people have left us. There are less people than there were earlier. You know, we've shed some members, right? So if I put it back to voting, there are some people who aren't going to be able to vote, and I don't think that's fair. Is that democratic? Where's your beloved democracy? So, yeah, I think it's perfect as it is as well, Tim. But it's everybody else not happy. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask, do we revote? I'm gonna ask you if we revote. Oh, that's a good point, Sarah. We did vote to abandon democracy. You know what? No, she's right. We voted to... not we. I didn't vote, actually. I'm the only one here who is completely, truly neutral. I don't get a vote. You guys voted to abandon democracy. Not me. Tim, it was way back at the beginning. We couldn't agree on exactly this issue, actually. It was this issue exactly that we couldn't agree on. So I asked, I voted, I put out a poll whether or not we should abandon democracy completely, and you all voted yes. Well, neutral. I'm the only one who's truly. We are not moving the Cursed House arc. I veto that completely. No. I think it'll stay where it is. I think it'll stay where it is. Yeah. The Acro Silky and Serpo arc are going to stay where they are. Or, no, the votes... look, Tim, I want everybody to feel like they've contributed, right? I want everybody to feel like the votes... You know, I want to go by democracy. I want to follow the democratic rule, the majority rule. And that's why these are not legally binding votes. They are purely advisory. And 9 times out of 10, we go with the advice of the audience, of the council, of the members. However, when democracy is failing to recognize the correct path forward, I just have to tweak it a little. That's all. For the betterment of the group. That sounds very bureaucratic, Orbis. Look, I will give you a purely advisory vote on Cursed House SA. Okay? Now, you guys can vote on this, but I'm not moving it. I'm proving a point that it's an S rank. Okay? It's an S rank tier, and I'm proving this by doing this poll. Now, I'm not moving it regardless. It's not moving. This is going to stay where it is. Even if you all vote, if every one of you voted for A rank, it would stay there. But it is going to get S rank anyway. Yes, Sarah. Thank you. Some of you are more loyal than others. And it shows, guys. It shows. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You can vote A if you want, but it's not changing, guys. It's not going to matter because it's S. It's an S. It is an S rank. I believe it to be true. Like, it's not even a question. Yeah, I appreciate your kind of ideal governmental system, Orbis. I do. I respect it. Nah. I'm not. I don't really see the need to share power. Here, at least, you know. I do like apples. Apples are good. I'm mildly allergic to them though, or at least the pollen that's often on the skin makes my lips tingle and my mouth tingle. Right. So we voted, guys. I'm just going to end this poll. But it looks like it stays in the S tier. So, has anybody else... We look at this list. And does anybody, when looking at this list, have any feelings that they want to talk about the group? When you look at this list, what feelings do you feel inside? Footy. It's footy, Sarah. I feel like, you know, we probably, if this was truly democratic all the way through, we'd probably still be all the way back at the Kaiju arc right now. You know? Okay, we've got a bit of betrayal in there. I appreciate what you're saying, Stick, but I feel like you know what I mean? It's like everything can't be. Okay. Uh-huh. After the dream. That'd be, yeah. What dream are we talking about? I feel like I've lost direction with the chat. I was It's okay. It's okay. It's not your fault. You were born into calling it soccer, and that's, I don't look down on anybody for that. Ooh, that is, Blissy. That's crazy talk. Wow. Now that is crazy talk. That is crazy talk. I'm willing to admit that. I thought you were one of the loyal ones. So this is, oh my god. But you know, but Blissey is one of the lobbyists, so I'm not going to be so harsh on her. Not that that would win any kind of anything for anyone, obviously, but she is a valued member of the lobbying committee, so I hear what she's saying. The last panel for me. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's horrible. No, 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 no. No. Or a dream. That can't. That, no. I will cry. Absolutely not. I'd be furious. Can you imagine? It's all a dream. Oh, I'm getting the shakes just thinking about it. Absolutely not. I'm not even going to entertain that. Do not bring that idea up to me again. All a dream. Wait, hold on. Am I reading this correctly? Am I reading this correctly? There is a portion of you who think that I should swap the Turbo Granny arc with the Ombudsman arc. Is that what I'm reading here? That is sick. Even for you guys. That's too far. Absolutely not. What are you doing? What are you doing? This can't be happening. But it's so... It's the Turbo Granny arc. They first become friends, guys. They first meet. That's the ultimate. The ultimate Momokurun moment is the meeting. Surely. Surely it is. Coming together. I hear what you're saying. Look, I'll compromise with you. I'll compromise. If we were judging this based on purely Momokurun moments, I would agree with you. I would agree with you. Yeah. Ain't no way. See, that's kind of where I'm at. Ain't no way. Oh, I don't know. We're all so fractured. We're all so divided. Guys, what's happened to us? This started so simple. All that time ago. All the way back on Monday. I remember it like it was just earlier this week. I know. Look, we'll get there. We'll get there, Aaron. We're all wanting to cross that line. And, you know, we're going to get more stuff on Monday. More chapters on Monday. And we're going to have a stream about that. And we're all going to be able to come together and enjoy that. Oh, there's a High Council meeting. This is serious. I've got to take this. Ain't, you know... High Council meeting. Gotta take this. What is this sick, twisted stuff that I'm reading from you, Tim? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What am I reading? What am I reading? No, Orbis. I think I've been streaming for... Is it like nearly 4 weeks now? Right? That's crazy. Feels like way longer. Feels like way longer. Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends what we mean by the High Council. Depends what we mean by the High Council. If we're going by membership ranks, then Tim, you are part of the High Council, my friend. You know, at least in Discord. Yeah, you've gone all the way back around. Right. Okay. Okay. Look, the knives arc isn't complete yet. I can't judge it. I can't judge it until we know where we sit with the ending, because so much of it is reverberates backward as well, right? That's quite right. That's quite right, Orbis. I didn't know how... To be honest, I just didn't know how to implement the memberships to actually add value to what I was doing in a way that would not slow down my ability to actually make content going forward. I want it to be sustainable as possible. So, so yeah, that's probably why. But, is it 6 weeks? Oh God, I don't even remember. No, I don't buy this dream business, this illusory business. No way. What is happening? All right, what would we talk? What? How are we with this? Where are we? Where are we with this? Because you're stressing me out now with this dream business, this sickening dream business. I don't... You know what? I don't know that I like... I don't know that I like dream stuff. Just in general. I feel like it's... You know what? I'm not going back into it. I'm going to leave that stuff. That's not for this. That's not for this. This is here. Right. Everybody happy. I'm seeing happies. I'm seeing happies. Guys, I think we've just agreed on something. No. It's not about... I don't know. It is a good looking list. It is a good looking list, isn't it? Mind being played with. It's not. I don't know. Look, I'll have a think about it. I'll have a think about the strange dream thing, but I don't buy it. I don't like it. You know, it doesn't feel right in my bones. We did it. We did it, right? I was going to do a poll on the final state of it. You know? Right, guys. Pat yourselves on the back, please, because I think we've just done it. I think we've just done it. I think we've done it. There's no more votes. No one vote. It's done. It's over. We've got our thing. I'm very proud of us for doing it, but it's gone. It's over. It's over. Victory has been achieved. Victory has been achieved. There's a good, you know? Yeah, okay, Aaron. Good idea. We've done it. We've done it, gamers. We've done it. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. Look at those yeses. Oh, we got a no. No, 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 no. Yeah, no. Do not like Serpo simulation. Ugh. No. No, no, no. We're not having it. I respect everybody's opinions. But this is the list. This is a definitive list. Any other list that you see, or make for that matter, is inferior to this one. Because we collaborated on it. This one has meaning. Yeah. This one has meaning. If you can go away and make your own list, and I'll respect that list. I will. But will it have more meaning than this list? I don't think so, because we did this one together. So think about that. Oh, see, I appreciate that, Sarah. It belongs in it's an S tier list. You know? And you know, Big Pickle, I appreciate what you're saying about the S plus tier, but it's just at that point it just becomes an S tier and everything else gets bumped down a tier. It just makes you feel a little bit better about the things at the bottom of the list. Like if we had put an S tier plus, S plus tier here, then we would have just pushed everything up a bit, and then we'd feel the same way about the C tier as we do the D tier. But maybe we'd feel a little bit better about it because it's not a D tier. Are we talking about dreams still? Sick, twisted individuals. It's like you want this to be how it ends. I think the problem is that if he comes out of like, oh, he's like magicked into existence. If he gets like magicked into existence because of the fact that Momo wanted a Ken Takakura or whatever, the problem is that it takes away agency, I feel, from him and his story, his concept. Like the reason that Okrun works for me so well as a character is because he's been alone his whole life. So without that hardship, overcoming it doesn't really mean much. If he was just magicked into existence because of something spiritual, it's like, what's the point, right? Like, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. If I'm honest, I just don't see it myself. Also, surely because he's got an aura, that's like life essence, right? Like his life force. I think that for it to work, it would kind of have to have been properly sprinkled across the series. I don't see anything in the series that indicates that he was ever not real, right? Why is the focus out? Do you know what I mean? Like I just don't see it. And I would not like it. I just don't like it. I find that these things are just look, I hear you, Sarah, but it keeps coming back up. It keeps coming back up. Like he's real. He's just a dude. His story only works if he's real. His story only works if he's real, because it's about two people coming from completely different backgrounds who don't work. Society tells them that they shouldn't be together because he is viewed socially as though he's inferior to anybody else. So the fact that he, given a chance outside of the boundaries and restrictions of social hierarchy, is able to connect with her, it speaks to the immutable aspects of humanity, which is that despite the fact that there are people we think that we're different from, the reality is when you remove social factors, we're all kind of a lot more similar than we'd like to admit. And the fact that he's outside of what she would normally consider to be her type, despite the fact that he is clearly the perfect guy for her, is like, I don't know. It's more inspiring than something being he was just magicked into existence because he was just made for her. You know? I just don't. Also, the whole story being about getting his balls back, if he wasn't really a real dude, it's kind of like, that feels bad. That feels like bad. Like, just, it kind of undermines everything a little bit, actually. Where is this even coming from? No, you know what? Why are we entertaining this? There's some of you in here that are just sick. Some of you in here are just sick. I don't know why we're entertaining this, because I highly doubt that that's what it is. I don't know why we're even talking about this. This is disgusting. And the fact that you've got me thinking about it and discussing it with you, shame on you. Shameful. Shameful. Honestly. I've been dragged into it. Now, I hope you're happy. I hope you are happy. Well, I'll excuse you, Tim. I can excuse you because you're not well. You are actually sick, and it's making you delirious. You're getting all mixed up, and honestly, you're just not well, my friend. Well, I guess... Yeah, I guess life is just one big dream if you really want to... If you really want to extrapolate the term. Yeah. Exactly. With the story being so focused on these two being and coming together, for it to be undermined like that is... No. That would be one of the most drastic errors that he could possibly make, that Tatsu could possibly make, in my opinion. It's not going to happen anyway, because this is what happens when there is a hiatus. You all get crazy twisted in the mind because you're starving for new content, so you start coming up with crazy, wacky theories that make no sense, that you just pull out of the air. And honestly, I feel you. I sympathize with you all. I do. I miss Dandadan. I miss Dandadan as much as you guys. Right? That's a good question, Stick. I don't know. It depends how this next arc goes, right? Depends how this next arc goes. I mean, I've already laid out my theories, my headcanons about how it goes, as it were. So I don't think I need to do it again, but I don't remember where it was. It's somewhere in the backlog of streams. But yeah, my theories are pretty well laid out already. It does feel like it's been like 5 years, doesn't it? Feels like it's been ages. To be honest, it feels like, I mean, pretty much like here and the Discord, all of that has kind of just existed within the hiatus. You know, like the streams themselves. To be honest, I only started like the only reason I even did this content at first is because I put like a poll out on the channel to ask whether anybody wanted weekly manga content. And that was, oh, is that poll still going? And that was just purely for the reasoning of like you know, like being able to discuss in between videos, and I didn't expect it to turn out into an actual community, right? Like to the point where I can see people's names and I know who they are, which is really cool. So the hiatus, in a way, for me, the hiatus has been a very, very good thing, because it's created all of this, right? If we weren't dying for that, then it maybe wouldn't have even, illustrated itself, as it were. That's a good point as well. We've never read a new chapter together. We've gone through the newest arc together, but we've never gone through a new chapter together. Despite everything, we've not gone through a new chapter together, and that's crazy. His name is Aaron, with 2 A's. So it's like I said, the hiatus is I get wanting more Dandadan, but I think there's been a really good thing. Maybe the real Dandadan were the friends that we made along the way. Yeah, the only problem is that occasionally there's a disconnect between the Discord and here, because not everybody's name's always the same thing. Mine is the same everywhere. in a way, I'm at a disadvantage because it's clear who I am in both of them. Anybody in the Discord, it'd be great if you had your little, like a extra kind of indicator of who it is that you are in YouTube as well, just so that we can all create that kind of consistency across. Oh, we will do a chapter review, Charlie. Every Monday, that's what the Dandadan streams are going to become. Is we're just going to start doing each chapter review as it comes. The democracy we voted away. Yeah, well, this has been a very fair situation, and by very fair I mean it's gone pretty much how I wanted it to go, and that's fine. I'm happy with that outcome. I am, really. Yeah, the next video that I'm working on, I'm not giving away the details, but it is not a Dandadan retold, so it's not the Kaiju arc. That will be next. Part of me is a little bit worried about putting out the next retold, just because the last one obviously got a copyright strike, and kind of hoping the next one doesn't, because it basically kills the momentum of the video. Completely dead. But hey, I mean, I just have to be a little bit more creative about the beginning of it, right? I suspect that like I mean, the argument is, at least from my perspective, is that the video is clearly transformative, fair use commentary on the pre-existing source material, but Japan doesn't have fair use laws, right? So for them, there's no such thing. I do suspect that Shueisha, or probably all of these companies, have or other companies that they outsource the copyright to, just basically go through videos on YouTube all day, watch 60 seconds, and then copyright strike any of the smaller channels that don't have a massive following, and it looks like it's abusing copyright in their perspective, and they're just doing their jobs, right? But it's a very frustrating situation, because I don't know that anybody is necessarily going to not read Dandadan, So, oh, we got some Tim lore. Incredible. Now I view you differently. You know, I see when I think of you now, I think of a Sailor Moon character. You know, I don't know why that video specifically got copyright strike. You know what, actually, I think what it is all the other stuff starts with more, because it's all begins at least, like the Cursed House stuff. Most of that first half is anime. And it's not the same people who hold and deal with the copyright for the anime as they do the manga. So I suspect that because the Evil Eye arc is the entirety of it is the manga content, someone basically is looking at that as though it's exclusively stealing from the manga or something like that. But the reality is that I think it's transformative enough that you can't really make that claim. Like, it's quite frustrating because there are a lot of channels that put out content that I think it serves a completely different purpose to the content that I make and that we tend to kind of absorb here. Insofar as some of you do get just like these, what would you like, almost like read-alongs on YouTube, where it's just like, scene for scene, every single scene of the manga, and then they just talk you through exactly what it is. I exclusively try to not do that because I don't necessarily see the value in for me in that. I don't really find much interest in that. If that's the case, you want to just read it bit by bit by bit by bit, go and just read it. Because I can't do a better job of relaying that to you than you can get from reading the manga or waiting for the anime for that matter. But what I tried to do with the content was treat it as 70% storytelling and then 30% analysis. And even the storytelling, I want it to be kind of like, not necessarily what's happening, but why. Like when you read a part of it, when you read a part of the manga, you feel a certain way, right? It's like reading any fiction. You feel a certain way. The problem is that not everybody. It's really good writing. You just feel something for it, right? You can just watch it and you're just like, I get it, right? I feel sad, happy, whatever. But the pieces that make you feel those things aren't necessarily clear. It's like the Wizard of Oz, right? Like behind the curtain. These are the things that are happening that you can't see. Why it is that you feel as invested in Momo and Okarun as you do now, each step of the way is the building blocks have been put together to get you to that stage. All I want to do is break down these elements to go, right, okay, this is why I think this scene is important to building towards this thing. And that's why I think it serves a very different purpose from just me going like, this is what happens in this scene, and then they do this, and then they do this, and then they do this. It's like completely different in my perspective, but obviously Japanese copyright companies don't see it that way. But hey, you know, yeah. See, Tim, I think I agree that there is something about I don't know. I find that copyright law, like, obviously copyright law was invented, right? It was invented to protect the ability for an IP creator to actually turn a profit on the content that they create. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like we're all friends here. It's nice. This is nice. You know, sometimes I admit that sometimes I don't know how focused on actual content we need to be in the stream versus me just talking. I know that most people like the tangents, but but when you're actually doing them, it weirdly feels quite. I don't know how to describe it. Like. Yeah, I'm not sure how to describe it. It feels strangely vulnerable as a thing, because it's like, okay, I'm just gonna keep talking and then see what people say. Yeah, but my point is that copyright, yeah, it was supposed to be there to protect the creator, right? The person making the content it could be that they have to wait 50 years before they're able to turn a profit on a book, and that's what copyright law should be. It should be the lifetime of the creator and then maybe a few years. Problem is that these companies, not necessarily Dandadan or Shueisha, I'm not even talking about Shueisha at this point, but like Disney, for instance, they purely use it as a way to capitalize on the exclusivity of ideas, and it's restrictive. Like the whole concept of so much, like, of things like you know, for example, a capitalist society or whatever, is that you're supposed to create competition, right? Sometimes people can take an idea and do 10 times better things than a company can do. Most of the time, they can. People can do a better job. So I don't see why we need to be so restrictive about it, is my point. Like, for me, I think that people talking about your IP, playing your game online, talking about your manga, is more likely to just keep it in the public consciousness, right? Like this drought of Dandadan content, I've tried to keep it as alive in our community as I can, and for me, I don't see how that's a bad thing for Dandadan. Anybody who's watching my content over Dandadan, I think, is a crazy person, because it's incredible, and I would at any day tell you to go and read it, and this just adds to it, right? This just adds to it. It doesn't replace it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Yes, I did win the case, Blissy. You're right, but I only won the case because it expired. Like, YouTube don't actually. Part of me feels sorry for YouTube in it, because they're not really arbitrators in it. They just pass it on. They just facilitate it. The reality is that with a copyright strike, if you appeal it, you are appealing it legally, and if nobody follows through and sues you for taking or using the content, then they have to relinquish the claim, and usually it's not worth it for them. But I wouldn't have combated the strike if I didn't think that what I was doing was fair use. I'm just glad that I have it back. You know, like, it's not even that I put so much work into it. It's also like I put a lot of work into it, and I really do. Like, the most valuable thing for me with the video content is seeing how people respond to it, right? So the fact I can't, I try my best to respond to almost every single message or comment, not because I feel like I have to, but because someone sat and watched it. somebody sat and watched this thing that I made because I felt like I needed to make it, and that's enough for me to want to respond. If you take the time to comment on it, that's me I want to respond to that, because that's crazy that you did that in the first place. That this thing exists that I made, and I was able to put it here and people watch it, is crazy. I'll never understand it. I'd never, you know? But, hey. I don't remember what the point of this was now. I just started talking. Yeah. Cool. That's where I'm at. Thank you. I mean, I tried to. I just feel like you know, we all like the same stuff, and or at least we like the same things about Dandadan. So yeah, that's good. I feel like I'm in tune. I don't feel like I've been in a community proper. I've been part of like subreddits and stuff, but I've never felt like I've been in like a community. So yeah, that's I guess what's good about this one. You know, like that, I think that's what's good about it is it feels like actually really quite relaxing. You know what I mean? Oh, we get math jokes. Are you guys making mathematical jokes about trigonometry? It's not a good sign that you both did a trigonometry joke. The same trigonometry joke. That's... I don't know how to feel about that. Got some nerds in the chat. Got some goddamn nerds in the chat. He just told me to shut up. That's funny. Oh, I can't believe it. You guys have the shine. You're shining. But hey. Yeah. You see, that's where I went to. That's where I was thinking wolf. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I've completely lost sight of the discussion at this point. It's just kind of like morphed into one of those like when you go on Twitch or something and there's the just chatting category. We've kind of seeped into that at this point, which is fine. I'm happy with that. I like that, you know. It's quite a strange feeling though. That's a good point, Danny. To be fair, like those were some intense dinosaur discussions, but I did feel like I was learning. They're actually very interesting. To be fair, you know. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Look, I knew what kind of what group was being built and facilitated the moment that there were Firefly references being dropped into the chat. like that as a reference is older than a good portion of the people in the chat. You know, like we've got some pretty people from all different ages. Pterodactyl is not a dinosaur. Is that legit? I'm gonna Google it. What else is it? Leaf on the wind. Yeah, honestly, anybody who's not in the anybody that's not in the chat, the Discord, just join it. It's great. They are not dinosaurs. Pterosaur. Dinosaurs can't fly. That's quite a wide range of ages. Yeah. We do have a 13-year-old through to 43, which is pretty crazy. You know? But that's why everybody has to be on their best behavior, guys. You know? Everybody could be on their best behavior because of that. No, apparently they're not. I googled it and Orlando Science Center says that they're not. Sorry. I actually quite like that white lighting instead. I'll choose. Oh my god. No, that's a good point. Did you guys think that you would end up at a point where you're just watching someone Google a thing that you already know the answer to? And they go, oh, yeah, that's interesting actually, yeah. Crazy. Yeah, well, look, if you want to just... I'll Google something else if you want. Anyone want me to Google anything for them? Anything? What? Anybody want anything while I'm on Google? That's true, actually. You're all still here. What's wrong with you? I can't, like... It is very odd, to be fair. No, don't leave. No, don't leave. It is very odd, like cameras there, right? And for the most, like, for the past, what, like 2.5 hours, I've just been sat here with these lights blaring on me, right? Like, see how awful that looks? With these lights just blaring on me, talking at this thing. And it's like, I don't know, there is something very strange about it. You know? It's such a strange thing to do, I feel. It's almost 1 a.m. But yeah, it's a strange thing to do. Like, it's definitely something that I've kind of like, yeah, I don't know if I'm used to it. Like, there was a point like 20 minutes ago where I was like, whoa, what is happening here? What am I doing? But it's nice. Like, I like it. It's easier than typing all the time, right? For me anyway. For you guys, it's no different. It's no different. In fact, it's probably more typing than you'd be doing in the Discord. Hey, look, if you guys want to Google something else, let me know. Oh, that's a good point. And we're definitely going to get at least another 7 minutes, so... Anybody want to clean the sink? You can come clean the sink. Do a quick workout, anybody? Organize a small space. That's alright, isn't it? Anyone could have a quick organize of space. Read a short article. Man, whatever. Whatever. What is happening? I don't know what will come up if I do that, Aaron. I don't know what will come up if I do that. You know? I know what we can do. We can just re-examine this. Look at it. Isn't it perfect? Isn't it fantastic? Anime reaction videos. Riding exercise bike. Hey, apparently there's an audience for it. If there's an audience for this, there's an audience. That's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. Like, there is an audience, apparently, for anything. If there's an audience for what this is, whatever it is that we're doing here, then there's an audience for literally anything. Right? Like... It's quite bizarre, in a way, isn't it? It's strange. That's a really good question, Blissy. I mean... I don't know. Because this is kind of like weighted comparatively, right? Like, The problem is that it's all. I can get a hot tub if you want, Tim. I actually can't. I can't afford a hot tub. I can't fit a hot tub in here. I can fit one of those tiny little pools. You know, those little round ones. They're like a tenner. I'm not doing that. I don't know if I'm going to change the rules per group. I mean, I don't know. I probably have to change it for the if we're doing characters, I would need to count up all the characters we'd be judging and then determine on that how we're going to judge it. You know, like how many we're going to have in each thing. Because I do like the idea of doing characters. Each chat, each new stream will have a renewal of sorts of democracy, unless I decide otherwise. At least in aesthetic. Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is a... Hell yeah, that's a banger. Hot Fuzz is a banger. That's quite a list, actually. Absolutely love Hot Fuzz. It's so good. Like, it's one of those films that's just infinitely, like, quotable, right? And if you spend any time in the south of England, if you spend any time in the south of England, it's everywhere. It's just how they talk. It's just how they talk. You know? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You know? But I mean, to be fair, like English accent, so like, you know, all over. You go 5 minutes one way or the other. No, absolutely not. We are not voting on that, Danny. Absolutely not. You don't. No one needs to see that. I don't need to see that. All right. I'll need, at the very least, I'll need multiple months in advance. Multiple months. Personal trainer that works. In the birthday scene. Oh right, yeah. That's funny. Isn't that... Wow. No luck catching them swans then. Honestly, like, Hot Fuzz is one of those films where there's not that many, like, clips of it on YouTube. I don't know if it's just really, like, it's the copyright thing again, but I don't know. I always go back and forth, I guess, on Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. You know? Because out of the greater good, out of the two of them, like, they're both excellent, right? But for slightly different reasons, right? I think you know what they are? I think what it is about Hot Fuzz, and especially Shaun of the Dead, that's so great, is that they are both kind of like parodies of a genre, like genre parodies to the point of ridiculousness, but they also stand as exemplars of the genre themselves, right? So Shaun of the Dead is a great parody of horror films, zombie films, but also it is a fantastic zombie film as well in its own right, and not many films can do that, I find. Yeah. It's just the one jewel, actually. That's good. Yeah, I mean, it's the same with Hot Fuzz, right? It's like a parody of action films. You've never seen Hot Fuzz, Stick? It's the second in the Cornetto trilogy. You know? Yarp. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. No, you need to watch Hot Fuzz, man. It's got Simon Pegg in it. it's an Edgar Wright film. It's so good. It's like the one of the kind of like epitomes of British film, right? So good. The third one, what is it? The World's End isn't my favorite. Like that's kind of like, it, you know, it's not bad. It's just not nearly as good as yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's good. It's just not nearly as good as Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. Like they're all good, but those two are like, you know, I don't know. I think I do prefer Hot Fuzz for sure, but this isn't even Dandadan related anymore. It's like completely gone. But they're both fantastic for what it is that they're trying to do, right? I don't know. Like they're excellent. They're just really good, and it was also nice to kind of just watch. Like, you know, I love, obviously everybody enjoys some Hollywood films. I like a lot of Hollywood films. I like American cinema is pretty much the dominant form of cinema, right? But but it is nice to see British film have a bit of an impact. Like, I mean, overseas as well, right? Like that's, it's just really, I don't know, there's something relatable about it. You can kind of connect to it. At least anyone who's British will be able to do that, right? Yeah. I and Nick Frost plays the straight guy, but it's like, I think that Simon Pegg does, his character is just better in Hot Fuzz anyway. Like, he's got a bit more, like, he's fine in both. He's a good actor. It's just, you know what I mean? Like it's just not the same. Did I rate the Cursed House arc? I did. They're all rated. The Cursed House arc is probably like the greatest. What happened to Megamind? What happened to Megamind is awful. The first Megamind is a great film. Everything that they've done after that is so depressing. What have they done? Why did they do it? It's alright, man. No worries. This is the final result. Burlap. This is where we're at. Oh, they made like a sequel film, but it was like clearly direct to TV. Oh, I see what you're doing. Perhaps you know what? Now I think about it, maybe there isn't a sequel. No, I must have been mistaken. I must have been mistaken. There is no sequel. They never made one. Stick. They never made a sequel. Doesn't exist. There you go, sport. Now you get it. Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm starting to meander now. So I think I'm probably gonna call it there, guys. But this is fun. You know, I actually quite like that we diverted a little bit, right? Like it's nice to talk about other stuff as well. Yeah. Longest stream, baby. Where's the award? Where's the medal? Where's the award? But, look, hey. I was going to say something. Yes. When I get the next video up and out, you know, I'm going to see about, obviously every Monday is Dandadan stuff, new chapters. We're going to talk about that every Monday. I was also thinking that after the next video's out, seeing about maybe playing some Yakuza. I've never played it before. Could be fun to do on stream. I don't, you know. It's a bit different, obviously. It's not Dandadan. We are definitely going to have a premiere for the next video for sure, guys. If anybody's super not interested in that different content on the channel, make your voice known, because I'm, you know, obviously it's different. It's a very different type of content, and I don't want anybody to feel like I'm shifting focus from that stuff. It's a great way for us to just chat with the excuse of having content. Orbis, thank you. That's thank you for the award. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. But that would just give us, like, I mean, like, it's nice to have something to kind of latch onto whilst we chat, right? So it would be really cool if you guys were interested in that. And then we can just continue chatting about Dandadan, about other stuff as we do something else, you know? It just gives us an excuse to sit here for a few hours. Not that we need an excuse at this point. I mean, we've got a lot of other stuff to do as well. Maybe, I don't know when, but we could do a Saturday stream at some point. Not this week, but at some point. And in that, perhaps we can rank characters, that kind of stuff. But I just think it would be a nice shift for us to kind of maybe look at doing some other content that's whatever, you know. Anybody who's super not interested in that, obviously you're welcome to completely ignore it. We're still going to have as much Dandadan content as ever. This is just extra. It's like extra, another scoop of ice cream, as it were. Right, guys. Oh my god, this takes it out of you. This takes it out of you. But I do love having the opportunity to chat with you all. And thank you for being here and for dealing with the abrasiveness that I've brought into the chat this time. It's appreciated. We could probably talk about Dandadan until the sun goes cold. Yes. Right, guys. I'm out. I don't know if my PC can handle Black Myth.